Hey, truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. It's June 21st, 2017. Just put out a video on the mosque destroyed in Mosul, Iraq. The other story I want to talk about is the supposed police officer stabbing in Flint, Michigan. They've now put out the name of the stabber, saying his name's Amor Ftouhi, and he yelled Allahu Akbar before stabbing the officer, the stereotypical phrase that is repeated again and again in mainstream media programming, duping people into thinking there's an Islamic boogeyman threat out there, when in truth, the real threat is our own government, our own police, who are selling us out with manufactured propaganda. And keep in mind, this story is coming out of Michigan, where today in the neighboring state, Wisconsin, a police officer is being acquitted for shooting an innocent. Or actually, it was a former police officer who had been fired for being too aggressive on the job. Understand though, all of these stories are manufactured propaganda, part of an ongoing narrative to provoke and divide the people and steer those who are unknowing into thinking they need Big Brother to protect them and keep them safe from these threats out there. So check this out. Flint, Michigan, home of the recent water crisis by the numbers. If you missed my work on that, search for the video, Zachary K. Hubbard, Flint, Michigan. It'll pull them right up. Today's date, June 21st, 2017. Date was 64 and 44 numerology. The majority of police shooting, killing, stabbing, hoaxes, etc. that we see in this ongoing propaganda by the numbers, the majority of them do fall on dates with 64 and 44 numerology, and this is why. In the language of gematria, law enforcement equals 64. Michigan also happens to sum to 64 where this happened. And with regards to 44, the word officer equals 44, like trooper, like soldier, like infantry, like military. Also like the word prophet, they're blaming this on an Islamic man. So, per usual, this has happened in a 74 location. Almost all of these false flags, these events put on by the government and media and police, they're almost always in locations with 47 or 74 gematria. Flint happens to be one of these cities. Flint has gematria of 74. Then the FBI comes out hours later and says suspect yelled Allahu Akbar, which has gematria of 74, like Muhammad, like stabbing, like killing. They're saying he stabbed the police officer in the back. Don't forget Masonic sums to 74, Jewish 74, gematria, part of Kabbalah, a Jewish mysticism that Freemasonry is based on. The Ides of March on the calendar is the 74th day of the year, remembered for stabbing Caesar to death. Caesar equals 47, like president. So check out the name of the attacker, Amor Ftouhi, gematria 54, forwards and back. Just like Islam in the alphabetic order is 54, just like love is 54, forwards and back. Islam is love. Here they give you a fictional attacker with a 54 name gematria, as they have done countless times before, and all by the same numbers. You know, again and again, the same rituals by the same numbers. If you missed my work on the destruction of the mosque, please check that out. All related. One last point, they said that this attack happened at Bishop International Airport. Down below in the description, I'll link this blog post. For those of you who are wondering why I'm not running my camera, it's because my computer is behaving like death. I don't know if it's because I've been doing so much typing in Word, but anyway, when I run the camera, it's all choppy. So, but look at this. Bishop, 33. Bishop also 93, like the sun 93 million miles away. Here we are on the Summer Solstice. Remember how special this number 93 is. The name of the mosque that was destroyed today has 93 gematria. But the 33, Bishop, you know, false flag has the gematria of 33, like police, like federal. Now we have the FBI weighing in because it happened at an airport. 33, Masonry 33, secrecy 33. Again, it's always the same. It's always the same coding because these are rituals. We are being ruled over by a fraternity that operates by numerical ritual. All of the world's propaganda staged by the same network of Freemasons. People call this the New World Order, the Illuminati. This is how they operate. If you want to expose the New World Order and what's going on, you need to learn this language, which is very simple, especially with a calculator like this at your disposal. You know? And then right next door, a cop being acquitted. And, for one more 44, that story was out of Wisconsin. Go back and see my work from last summer where I talked about teams for the upcoming NFL season to look for being in the Super Bowl. Last year I said to look for the Falcons and Packers because of the number 44. Wisconsin and Georgia, the only two states with 44 gematria. As we know, the NFC Championship was those two teams, and the Falcons advanced with 44 points. It's because Freemasonry controls your sports, your news, your movies, your media. They run the show. And they do it all by the numbers. The same repetitive ones. Until next time, Truth Seeker.